Archangel Michael says, I command you to open it right now. This is not a joke. It's about your money. 2 people in your family are taking everything. He says, open it now because you're already being watched. There is no more time to wait or wonder. This is happening right now behind your back. 2 people in your family have crossed a sacred line. And if you don't act quickly, the damage will be irreversible. This isn't a spiritual whisper. It's a divine emergency. The money that rightfully belongs to you is being quietly redirected. They thought you'd never find out, but heaven exposed them. You felt it. Something hasn't been right. They've been too quiet, too kind, too helpful lately. That's because they're hiding something they never want you to discover. But God has had enough. Archangel Michael was sent to sound the alarm before it's too late. This is not gossip. It's divine truth that must be faced now. Comment 333 to receive the blessing of financial protection. These 2 people are not strangers. They are family by blood or marriage, but their loyalty is false. They've secretly teamed up and made a plan that doesn't include your success. Documents have been moved, names have been changed, and somewhere in the system, your name was buried beneath theirs. One of them is older, someone who pretends to be innocent. The other is younger, charming, clever, and calculated. Together, they're weaving a web to transfer what rightfully belongs to you. Archangel Michael says you must never lose this inheritance. This money is connected to your destiny, your healing, and your next chapter. But these 2 have decided they deserve more. They are using your trust as a weapon. Comment 777 to receive the blessing for spiritual discernment. They smile in your face, speak softly, but operate in the shadows. Their conversations about you happen at night, behind closed doors, or through encrypted channels. One of them has already consulted a lawyer, not for family matters as they claim, but for control. Control over assets, property, and your legacy. They believe you're too distracted to catch them, but they underestimate your spiritual insight. Heaven has seen it all and is now giving you the upper hand. If you felt a chill while reading this, comment. It means your spirit is confirming the truth. This isn't something new. It's just finally being revealed. Archangel Michael is uncovering what was once hidden, allowing you to see what's always been right in front of you, yet covered by carefully crafted lies and manipulation. This is your moment of clarity. These people have taken steps behind your back for far too long, but divine light is exposing the darkness. Stand firm, act with discernment, and claim what is rightfully yours. Type 999 in the comments to receive the blessing of revelation of truth. You'll begin noticing patterns. They avoid eye contact when finances are mentioned. They ignore you in conversations. They pretend they forgot to include you in plans. But this isn't forgetfulness. It's intentional exclusion. They want to finalize the paperwork before you realize what's happening. But heaven says, do you see it now? There is a financial account linked to a name you once trusted. But your name is missing from the documents. You are kept out of meetings, off the records, and away from the truth. Archangel Michael says, don't let politeness silence your discernment. You have the right to know. You have the right to act. The time to reclaim what is rightfully yours has come, and heaven is mobilizing angelic forces to support you in this crucial moment of your life. Comment 1212 to receive the blessing of courage to act. You may start dreaming of numbers, coins, banks, or even old houses. These are not just dreams, they are divine clues. Your angels are speaking through symbols. Pay attention to names that appear in your dreams. Watch for repeating dates. These are keys, don't ignore them. One of the family members involved will soon slip up. They will say something they didn't mean to reveal. This accidental phrase will confirm everything. If you're ready for heaven to make things clear, Comment and let the truth escape from their lips. Their silence has lasted long enough. It's time to see what they never wanted you to discover. Archangel Michael is by your side, revealing every layer of this conspiracy and strengthening your spirit to face what's coming with divine discernment and wisdom that surpasses any human scheme. Type 808 in the comments to receive the blessing of restored abundance. Land, property, or a legal agreement may be involved. Something has happened, or something was promised, and these two individuals are rushing to claim it before you even know it exists. They signed in secret, pretended to be your voice, and used your family ties as a mask for betrayal. One of them forged something, not entirely fake, but altered just enough to go unnoticed. But Archangel Michael shines divine fire on every line. Every document they thought was hidden is now being exposed. What was printed in darkness is about to be read in the light, and you will have the opportunity to reclaim what is rightfully yours. Heavenly power is working to reverse every fraudulent signature, every manipulated document, and every attempt to steal your divine inheritance. Type 47747 in the comments to receive the blessing of injustice reversed. Your trust is beginning to break through the illusions. They can feel the shift, even if they don't understand it's spiritual. They'll start acting strangely around you, more protective, more nervous. They'll avoid financial conversations, laugh too loudly, or change the subject quickly because your energy has changed. You're no longer inattentive. You're no longer on the outside. You're waiting, watching, and awakening. Archangel Michael says you are now receiving spiritual documentation. Don't waste it. This isn't just a message, it's your moment. Reclaim your power now. Heaven is revealing every detail of your divine path, like a sacred map showing exactly where your blessings were diverted and how to retrieve them. Type 2323 in the comments to receive the blessing of divine empowerment. There is still time. What they are doing isn't complete yet, but it's close. That's why this warning has come now. Not too early, not too late, but at the exact moment of decision. You must be bold, ask questions, and take action, because what's at stake is generational. This isn't just about money. It's about your name and the legacy of your future, now caught in the middle of this spiritual theft. If you refuse to be cut off from your own story, comment, "I reclaim what is mine." They tried to erase your page, but heaven has become the script. Archangel Michael is rewriting your destiny, restoring what was stolen, and amplifying what has been yours since the beginning of time. Type 101 in the comments to receive the blessing to restore your legacy. Within 48 hours, a sign will come. It might be a connection, a letter, a casual phrase, but it will open your eyes even more. Once you know, you will never unsee it. Your choices after that moment will shape everything. Archangel Michael says, "I will walk with you into every room where your name was removed." You are not alone. You are not powerless. The angels assigned to you are already positioned beside the legal doors. Truth is on your side, and your spiritual inheritance is returning. The heavenly armies are mobilizing in your favor, creating a path of light through which your stolen abundance can once again flow into your hands. Type 6606 in the comments to receive the blessing for divine protection. Archangel Michael says, "The veil is lifting. Now is the moment you've been protected for. You are not imagining what you feel. You are not overreacting. This is real. Heaven is about to reveal names you never expected would betray you." The betrayal didn't begin recently. It started with silent jealousy years ago, when they saw something in you that made them feel insecure. Instead of protecting your light, they planned to overshadow it. Now, two names are emerging. One of them holds your trust. The other holds your records. The revelation comes like waves of divine light, shining into every dark corner where your rights were hidden by those who should have defended them. Type 488 in the comments to receive the blessing for spiritual illumination. The first name is someone older, a parental figure, an aunt, an elder. They act like a protector but made quiet moves in secret. They say things like, "I'm just helping," while hiding documents with your signature. They are articulate and know how to phrase a sentence to sound pure. But Archangel Michael sees beyond words, revealing intentions disguised in politeness. The truth is unfolding now, and your legacy is ready to be restored. Beneath this soft voice lies a spirit of manipulation, and they have been collecting what belongs to you. The second name is quieter. They may seem disconnected, but they deal with communication, technology, and accounts. They have transferred, edited, signed, and spoken with others behind your back. Archangel Michael says, their fingerprints are all over the delays in your life. But now those prints glow with divine fire, and the truth is being summoned into the light. Every hidden conspiracy is being revealed like a sealed book, now opened before your spiritual eyes. Type 2020 in the comments to receive the blessing of extended spiritual vision. Soon, one of these individuals will act anxious. They'll call you at a strange time, pretending to check in on you, but they're really testing your awareness. They sense a shift in your energy. You are no longer confused. You are walking with clarity, and that frightens them more than anything else. You don't need to confront them yet. Just observe. Let them speak. Let them reveal themselves with their own words. If you feel the vibration of truth as they talk, comment that every tongue reveals what is hidden. They will say more than they mean to. Their nervousness will betray their guilt. Archangel Michael is enhancing your spiritual perception so you can see through every word, every gesture, and every attempt to distract you from the truth now rising to the surface. Type 3303 in the comments to receive the blessing of divine clarity. A hidden email, a paper trail, or an overlooked document will soon fall into your hands. You might not even be looking for it. It will arrive unexpectedly, but at the exact moment you need it. This is heaven's evidence, not only to protect you, but to position you for reclaiming what is rightfully yours. You don't have to fight. You will walk in with facts. The signature, the clause, the altered date, everything will be highlighted. You'll be amazed by the clarity that emerges. They thought it was buried, but heaven preserved it for this moment. Archangel Michael says nothing they plotted in secret will remain hidden in this season. A good wind is blowing, and with it comes your restoration. Every injustice will be exposed by divine light, now illuminating your path. Type 333000 in the comments to receive the blessing of divine justice. The first person will try to deny everything. They will play the victim, crying or blaming others. Do not be swayed. This is the mask they've worn for years, but your discernment will pierce through every crack. The second person may try to disappear, suddenly go silent, but their absence will say what their lips won't. If you're ready to allow truth to arise, with or without their confession, comment, "Let the silence speak." Your power does not lie in their apologies, it lies in your recovery. Archangel Michael is raising a shield of protection around you, preventing any emotional manipulation from diverting the truth you are now destined to follow. Type 1414 in the comments to receive the blessing of emotional protection. The storm they created will now clear the way for your justice. They underestimated the power of divine timing, but heaven is always on time. Everything that was hidden is coming to light, and your spirit will be stronger than ever. This is your moment to rise, reclaim, and walk boldly into what was always meant for you. One of them will soon be exposed through a third person. Someone not directly involved will mention their name in a story or passing comment. It may seem random, but it isn't. This name will trigger something deep in your spirit. You'll remember a moment, a pattern, and suddenly, everything will make perfect sense. It will confirm a divine revelation. You may get goosebumps, you may even cry, because this is the moment you were spiritually prepared for. Archangel Michael says, "Those who tried to cover their tracks have now been cornered by truth, and you are being called to rise, not for revenge, but for justice. Your reward is being unlocked. Divine justice is manifesting in your life, revealing every layer of wrongdoing and restoring every blessing that was diverted. There will be a spiritual or physical signal, a message, an official notice, or a request that wasn't supposed to reach you, but heaven has rerouted it your way. This disruption is your lifeline, your divine cue to recover, to ask, to demand full transparency about what has been done. You are not confronting, you are clarity. The names in the records will match the names that have echoed in your spirit. You will no longer doubt your intuition, because the truth will finally align with everything you felt all along. You are not imagining things. The patterns you've observed, the energy you've sensed, will all be confirmed in divine timing. This is the moment your clarity becomes undeniable. If you are ready to fully receive this confirmation, comment, "Align my spirit and reality." No more guessing, no more spiritual fog. Archangel Michael is aligning the spiritual and physical realms in your life, creating a clear channel through which the truth can flow, without obstruction, without distortion. What was once concealed will now come into perfect view. The justice you've waited for, the validation you've longed for, and the restoration you've prayed for are all aligning now. You are stepping into a season where heaven itself moves on your behalf, and what was hidden will now serve your healing. Archangel Michael says, "Your hands will touch restoration, land, inheritance, accounts and agreements are already being returned, and angels are overseeing the process. You were never meant to lose any of it. You arrived later so you could be spiritually prepared to carry authority when it came back to you. Now you will protect what is yours with divine wisdom, and no one will ever remove your name from your own promise again." Once more, the heavenly armies are working tirelessly to restore every cent, every property, every blessing that was diverted from your divine path. Abundance is returning, multiplied as compensation for the time you had to wait. Archangel Michael says, "Now that the names have been exposed, the next step is crucial. You must reclaim what is yours. No more hesitation, no more delay, no more open doors for those who used your kindness to steal from you. This is a divine instruction. Reclaim what belongs to you. You are not entering this battle in fear. You are walking with heavenly backup. What was taken behind your back will now be returned before your eyes. They used mistakes. They used time. But now, you are moving with divine authority, and this cannot be interrupted. Archangel Michael is clothing you in celestial authority to command the restoration of what is rightfully yours by divine law. The first thing you must do is protect your access. Change your passwords, your pins, your locks. Anything they once had access to must be shut down immediately. They once had your silence. But now heaven has shifted your stance into strategic power. This is no longer emotional. It is divine enforcement. Check your accounts, your properties, your agreements. Search for your name, then look again. You'll find it has been removed, replaced, or pushed aside. Archangel Michael says, "Where your name has been buried, I will now raise it. And what they tried to hide will now stand out. You don't even have to search hard. It's already rising to the surface. Divine light is exposing every document, every contract, and every place where your name was erased or altered without your knowledge." Type 7887 in the comments to receive the blessing of name restoration. Then, prepare your voice. Not with anger, but with truth. You will speak to people who need to know what was done. This may include legal counselors, spiritual leaders, or trusted allies. You'll know exactly who to talk to. Heaven will send them. And in the moment you speak, chains will break. Do not fear their reactions. Your voice will not tremble. It will be covered in divine fire. If you are ready to speak what was once silenced, comment. My voice carries divine weight. This time, as you speak, heaven will echo through your words. Archangel Michael is anointing your voice with celestial power, so each syllable carries the authority of God's throne, breaking strongholds and establishing truth. Type 132113 in the comments to receive the blessing of power in your words. Documents will begin to appear, files, emails, letters. You'll feel God's hand on every page you open. These records are physical evidence of spiritual lies. Heaven allowed them to be written, but now heaven is allowing them to be reversed. And you are the one holding the pen. You may feel overwhelmed, but peace will surround you with every step. Because this time, you are not walking in reaction. You are walking in revelation. Archangel Michael says, what they tried to steal will now become your stage for elevation. This is your chapter of recovery, and you are writing it in real time. Angels are guiding your hand as you sign every document, make every decision, and take each step toward full restoration of what was unfairly taken from you. Type 22,000 in the comments to receive the blessing of wisdom in decision-making. Soon, you will receive help from someone unexpected. They may work behind a desk in an office or have access to key systems. They will say, I don't know why I'm helping you like this. But you will know. This is your designated ground assistant, sent by God to correct what the two family members corrupted. Their help will unlock the reversal. You will not have to beg. You will not need to explain every detail, because favor has gone before you. If you believe someone is already in position to intervene, comment, divine help locates me. You are not walking through this alone. You are walking with the legends of angels beside you, surrounding every move with divine presence. Archangel Michael is opening doors that no man can close, preparing strategic allies who will support your restoration process with wisdom and integrity. Type 3053 in the comments to receive the blessing of divine allies. These allies are being positioned not just to witness your breakthrough, but to help activate it. Every obstacle that stood in your way is being cleared. What was once hidden is now being illuminated. What was once denied is now being returned. Heaven has gone ahead of you, aligning every resource and every person you need to reclaim your inheritance. Your recovery is not only possible, it is promised. And it begins now, under divine authority and protection. There may be confrontation. Be prepared. One or both of them may come to you pretending to be confused or offended. They'll say things like, you misunderstood, or it was just business. Don't be manipulated. Your spirit already knows their true intentions. Stand firm. Say little. Let your eyes speak the truth they thought you couldn't handle. Archangel Michael says, you owe no apology for reclaiming what was divinely written for you. This is your moment of reversal, and heaven is recording every detail. Archangel Michael is strengthening your spirit against every attempt to manipulate you, every sweet word hiding a bitter motive, every effort to make you doubt what is now clearly being revealed. Type 101 in the comments to receive the blessing of spiritual firmness. Once you step into your rightful position, things will begin to move quickly. Funds will be released, opportunities will open, and you will be acknowledged in circles that once erased you. Land, assets, and legacy are shifting in your favor, not out of pity, but by divine justice. Heaven has restored your name in every realm. They won't be able to stop what's coming now, even if they try to resist it. The order has already been sealed. What was taken through lies will now be returned with interest. If you're ready to receive what they said you would never have, comment. Justice will return everything with interest. You are not only being restored, you are being redeemed. Abundance is flowing to you through channels you couldn't even imagine, multiplied by the power of divine restitution that Archangel Michael is orchestrating on your behalf. This multiplication is not coincidence. It is the fulfillment of a divine promise. The time of delay is over. The time of restoration is here. Doors will open, names will be cleared, and your legacy will expand beyond what you believed possible. Type 9898 in the comments to receive the blessing of multiplied blessings. You are now walking in favor, in justice, and in divine acceleration. This is not just about material wealth, it's about generational restoration. You are breaking a curse that began long before you. Your decision to act has ended a pattern of silence, betrayal, and greed. Your children and their children will now walk in freedom because you had the strength to say, "No more theft in my bloodline." Archangel Michael says, "This is the final chapter of the stolen story. From now on, your story is written in glory. You will rise with strength. You will reign with clarity. The names that tried to block you will now watch as your name is celebrated." The restoration taking place goes beyond your generation, establishing a new pattern of blessing and integrity that will flow down to your descendants. Type 7007 in the comments to receive the blessing of generational blessing. Archangel Michael says, "The battle is over. The names have been exposed, the documents are aligning, and now the final release has been approved. You're about to hold in your hands what was once hidden from you. This wealth, whether in the form of funds, properties, shares, land, or inheritance, is no longer locked away in their hands. Heaven has removed it from those who manipulated and betrayed your trust. Now it is being placed where it always belonged, with you. You won't have to force this final step. The release has already been triggered in the spiritual realm and is now entering your life through divine manifestation. Angels are clearing every obstacle, opening every portal, and removing every block so that your abundance can flow to you freely, without delay or interference. Type 17717 in the comments to receive the blessing of divine manifestation. You will receive a sign in the form of a number, a name. Its value may surprise you, because this is not just a return. It is multiplying with every moment you once cried. What was withheld will now overflow. What was stolen will now shine. And what was hidden will now be honored. This is your appointed time. The divine is no longer waiting. Heaven is delivering. Every day spent in darkness, every year you struggled to understand, heaven accounted for all of it. Now your reward carries not only restoration, but compensation. This is a divine transfer of wealth, and you are the chosen vessel to carry it forward with wisdom, dignity, and power. Archangel Michael says you were entrusted with pain, and now you are entrusted with purpose and provision. Heaven does not bless recklessly. You proved you could wait. Archangel Michael is orchestrating a supernatural transfer of wealth into your hands, not just restoring what was stolen, but multiplying it as a demonstration of divine favor now resting upon your life. Type 134 in the comments to receive the blessing of financial multiplication. Now, you must prepare for the miracle. Don't spend carelessly. Don't announce everything. You are not called to impress, you are called to impact. Begin by clearing your space. Organize your thoughts, your plans, and your intentions. This is the foundation of stewardship. You may feel overwhelmed, but that's why heaven is sending wisdom alongside the wealth. You will be drawn to the right advisors, the right timing, and the right steps. If you are ready not just to receive, but to rule over what's coming, comment, "Wisdom guides my wealth." Archangel Michael is bringing divinely assigned counselors to guide you in responsible management of the abundance being restored to your hands, ensuring it is used with wisdom and divine purpose. Type 999 in the comments to receive the blessing of wisdom in stewardship. Some people will feel the change in you before they ever see the money. They will notice your glow, your calm, your renewed focus. And some will begin acting differently, checking in with you, saying they were just thinking of you. These are not coincidences. They are reactions to your rising energy. But be cautious. This miracle is still delicate in its early hours. Not everyone deserves access to what is sacred. Archangel Michael says, silence is your armor in the next season. Not everyone needs to know what God has just given you. Let your actions speak louder than your updates. Angels are forming a protective shield around your new blessing, preventing envious eyes and greedy hands from interfering with the divine process unfolding in your life. Type 88080 in the comments to receive the blessing of blessing protection.